Welcome to the latest Cineat how-to video. The situation we have is we've got a young family that have a utility room and wanted to create a downstairs toilet. But also they've got a child's bedroom above. Because of the noise from the washing machine, it is important to soundproof the ceiling. The old plaster lath ceiling has been removed. We've included insulation in between the joists, applying DB board to the ceiling. Right, that's my last piece of insulation between the joists, and now I'm going to install my last piece of DB board. That's in place. All I need to now do is secure it. That's my last DB board in place on the ceiling. We're now going to move over to the downstairs toilet, which is also to be installed in the utility room. You can see we've already installed our metal stud. If you're not sure on how to use metal stud, then you can watch the Cineat how-to video on metal stud on the YouTube channel. We've installed the metal stud. Internally, we're going to use the Cineat Tilebacker board. Externally, we're going to actually use Cineat moisture board. I'm now going to install those two boards. I have my first Cineat Tilebacker board cut to size and marked ready to install. Remember, your stud centres need to go at 400 because of the additional weight of the tiles. Also, you can see I've marked the vertical lines on the board. The first screw will be 50mm in from the edge of the board, and then the screw centres will be every 200mm. We're using a 12mm board, therefore we'll need a 25mm Cineat wet area screw. So that's my final Tilebacker board, cut and in place, ready to be fixed. It's important that we leave a 3mm gap between the boards. Silver's top tip, a pound coin, is exactly 3mm. Remember, the first screw needs to be 50mm in from the edge of the board and then 200mm centres. The board is 12mm, therefore we're using a 25mm Cineat wet area screw, and also our studs are at 400 centres because of the additional weight of the tiles. That's my final Tilebacker board fixed. We need to talk about the joint treatment. We need to use a flexible tile adhesive, and into that we will bed a Cineat alkaline resistant joint tape. I've now installed my first moisture board on the external. The reason for using moisture board is because of the risk of high levels of humidity. I'm now going to score and snap this board. So that's my last moisture board in place. All that's left now to do is tape and joint, and you can refer to our taping and jointing video. Let's recap. We've got a young family that have a utility room and wanted to create a downstairs toilet, but also they've got a child's bedroom above, so we wanted to soundproof the ceiling. So what did we have to do? We removed the old lath and plaster ceiling, we've put insulation between the joists, and we've fitted a DB board to the ceiling. On the downstairs toilet, we've fitted Cineat Tilebacker board because the family want to tile internally, and we've fitted moisture board to the external because of the high risk of humidity. So do right by your walls and talk plasterboards. Happy building.